Good Tov, good morning. Continuing with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah and the opening storyline in Parshat Vayera. We established yesterday that God was visiting Avraham as an act of Bikur Cholim, the mitzvah of Bikur Cholim that he's teaching the rest of us to do. And yet, we're told that this happens. Where is Avraham in the pasuk? Hu yoshev petach ha'ohel kachom hayom. He's sitting at the entrance to the tent by the heat of the day. Now, one understanding of that would be that okay, sure, he's actually it might be a chilly time, not necessarily the hot time, and he's undergone circumcision, and so he's found himself out, to put himself out where the sun can warm him, and it's just to make him feel a little bit better. That's one rendering. But the other rendering seems to be that no, we're talking about a really hot day. It's a Chom Hayom day. And why is Avraham there? Avraham's at the door, not so he can get some nice warming sun, but rather, says Rashi, l'rot im yeshover v'shav. He's there to watch, to see whether there are passers-by. He places himself. His tent presumably is on a nice route. He wants to see if there are travelers, v'yachnisein beveito, so that he can bring them into his house. That's his intention. And then Rashi continues, Kechom hayom, hotzia kadosh baruch hu chama minartika shelo lahatricho ba'orchim. Avram is out there because hachnasat orchim is something important to him. He wants to be able to bring in guests even in the midst of his elderly, ailing, post-circumcision way of being. It matters to him. God says, I gotta relieve him so he can heal. And so he makes sure to bring the sun out from its enclosure. So basically, he really puts on a very hot sun situation, presumably so that travelers simply wouldn't be going out when it's so gosh darn hot outside. Ulefi shira'ahu, Rashi continues, shemitz ta'er. But then he looked and saw that Avram was really feeling great anguish. Shelo hayu archim ba'im, that there were no visitors that were coming by. God was doing it to try to make him rest and not have to feel anguish of getting up and taking care of somebody. Avraham is feeling the anguish of not being able to get up and take care of someone, and therefore Hevi hamalachim alav bidmut anashim. God then brought these men these angels in the form of men there just to make Avraham satisfied that he has a chance, that he wouldn't feel the anguish of not being able to do this mitzvah. It's a great construct that the Midrash puts out there, and at least presents to you a version of the Jew. Avraham is the model of it. So God models Bikur Cholim, and Avraham models Hachnasat Orchim. God models visiting the ill, and Avram's going to model welcoming the stranger. We'll continue with that a little bit more tomorrow about how one fulfills that mitzvah too.